Welcome back to Turn Pain into Power podcast. Y'all, today's episode is going to give y'all some clarity, especially for my queens out there dealing with some of these men. Please remember to thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And remember, when you subscribe to the channel, this is how you start turning your pain into power. It is a journey, y'all. And please remember to check out my custom t-shirts available on TikTok, Pain into Power Shop. And make sure you tune into my live art showcases available on TikTok, Pain into Power Shop. All right, y'all, let's get right into today's topic. Why some men try to humble women. Number one, it gives them an ego boost every time they try to humble you by making them feel like they are smarter than you. You see, humbling anyone else, especially someone of the opposite sex, reassures these type of men that they are indeed quality, that they are indeed better than you. The energy that you give them, positive or negative energy, listen to this one, y'all. That energy that you give them through giving them attention, they convert into power. And that's why you see that they will start belittling you in front of others while pouring that energy that you gave them onto others. So at the same time, and this is why this is an abusive red flag, when a man is constantly trying to humble you as a woman, or if you're, even if you're dating, especially if you're dating, that is a very insecure man, y'all. And that is a man that is constantly looking for validation and reassurance that he is smarter than you, that he is better than you. You know what I mean? So what they do is they convert that positive energy that they gave you, whether it is through positive or negative attention, that energy that you pour into them, they turn around and pour that into others to feel better about themselves, while at the same time starving you from any attention, And what they do is, typically what they do is that they will just ignore you in front of others. They will make small talk, different conversation, and, they'll make small talk with somebody that they're not even friends with, they're not cool with. And at the same time, they will sit there and ignore you, or make it very clear that they don't want to talk to you. Y'all, it's really game, y'all. It's really game. And this is something that an insecure man has to do in order to validate his existence. You know what I mean? You giving them all that energy really does give them that ego boost and validates them to where they are confident enough to go ahead and start pouring that energy into others. But without you, without your attention, they won't be able to do that. They'll sit there dry, high and dry. Number three. And number three goes with number two. It validates to them that they are good enough, knowing that you are someone that may be above their caliber, above their standard, above them across the board. So what it does, it validates them and really does give them confidence to be able to try to assess other women that are above their standard. Because think about it, if they can pull you and they can have you wrapped up in their game, chasing you because they sitting here trying to humble you and you sitting here trying to chase behind them on some like cat and mouse shit. You know what I mean? Like, real talk, y'all, this is game. I'm really putting y'all onto game, because when men are constantly trying to humble you, they are really trying to get that validation that they don't get genuinely and naturally from other people, from other men and women and people in their life. So what happens is that when they're able to humble you, that triggers their confidence, because it tells them, I am good enough to date a confident woman. You know what I mean? Like, when you think about it, an insecure person is always second guessing and doubting themselves. So when they have someone is as confident as you, a boss lady, someone that got shit going for themselves, chasing them, it validates their facade. It validates that, narrative that they have to tell themselves in the morning, that I am good enough. Make it make sense. How you constantly trying to humble a woman and put her down, How that making you feel better about yourself? You know, when you think about things as a bigger picture, you don't gain nothing positive by putting out negativity. When you're constantly trying to humble a woman or trying to tear her down and pull her back and, you know, trying to step over her, that will never make you feel better genuinely. It is temporary. It is an ego boost. Number 4, it makes them feel in control, y'all. I want y'all to look at me closely. An insecure man is constantly feeling like he is not in control because he's not in control of himself. Nevertheless, the people around him, because nobody believes in him. The lack of support that an insecure man has really affects the way they see themselves and the way they see the world, y'all. The perception part of it is crazy. So a man that can humble a woman, and a man out here that is trying to humble a woman, you know, constantly feels like they are finally in control of something, because if they're in control of you and how you feel, they finally get that validation, you know, as a man in society of being in control. You know, a man that's insecure, 9 times out of 10 don't really got a lot going for himself, and if he does, he don't even believe in himself. Ooh, thank you, Holy Spirit. Remember to thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And remember, y'all, when you subscribe to this channel, when you subscribe to Pain and the Power, you are starting your journey. You are choosing to start your journey on turning your pain into power. Yes, finishing off the episode with number 6. Their need to constantly humble you and put you down, their need for constant praise and attention from others is what causes them to try to humble you. And this is honestly like the most abusive red flag that a man can have in this world, and that is constantly craving and needing to be praised, to be paid attention to, because what you get out of that is an abusive tendency of trying to always be above you and trying to prove that by any means necessary. If that's by trying to humble you, by trying to prove you wrong, by trying to put you down, by trying to degrade you, by trying to belittle you in front of others, you know what I mean? A crowd for a man that tries to humble women out here is all they need, really, to feed that ego. I hope this helps, y'all. I hope this gives you ladies the closure that you have been seeking when dating out here in 2025, because abusive men have been around forever. The only thing that is different now is that we have people like myself speaking on these topics and dropping gems, y'all, and putting y'all onto this game, because this type of abusive tendencies, these type of abusive tendencies that abusive men do to try to humble women and at the same token feel better about themselves, more in control and overpower whatever woman they're trying to go for, is something that you can see in a man. It's a red flag that you can peep at a very early stage in the relationship. So look out for these signs. Have a blessed one. Remember to show yourself some love. And thank you for tuning in to Turn Pain into Power podcast. I pray that you have a blessed one. It's a blessing to be a blessing. And thank the Most High for everything that He is constantly blessing us with on the daily basis. Remember to check out the custom t-shirts and art pieces available on TikTok, Pain in the Power Shop. And don't forget to tune into the live art showcases available on TikTok. Thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Have a blessed one, y'all. Ooh, look at that.